Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening where you are. So let's begin another live trading session. This is Forex Wizard from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I hope that everyone is ready for another great trading session. As a very volatile day, quite a few high impact news also been released and coming up. So let's find out what is the next opportunity for us. We always look for opportunity in this live session. So before I begin this session, it will be a bit lengthy session, guys. Make sure that you take enough water to drink, and make sure you always stick to the end to see where is the next opportunity coming up. So before I begin this session, make sure you smash the like button as usual. Okay, do that, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I'll be starting with gold, and then we'll be looking at Gbpusd, euro dollar yen, all of them that giving us trading opportunity. So first of all, let's begin with gold, and then we'll look at other instrument as well. Let me know, guys, where where you are looking at as well. So I will be looking at gold from the daily time frame. Okay, so if we look at the daily chart on gold, we can see that this market is highly bearish, overextended towards the downside. And what we see that gold starting from this level, there is a massive drop. Now this is a huge drop on gold, quite a few days. The price currently approaching this 1800 level, which is nearing there. And what I think that the market may remain bearish, the way we see that drop, the way I see that drop on gold, what I think that gold is setting for bigger drop. Okay, we might see that gold in a longer term perspective coming to this 1600 level. It's a long term picture, not in one day definitely, but longer term we might see that gold has come down well below this level. As we see that quite a few days, how many days now, almost 7 days of drop has given gold a very high momentum, and I think that gold might go up for a pullback, or even it might do a little bit of consolidation here, and then it could continue to drop. So at this point, very little possibility for gold to be bullish unless we see a very drastic change in the news. So if we see that, let's say the news announcement has got a different U-turn, then we might see the short-term pullback, but longer term I would still be bearish on gold. So looking at that daily now, if we look at a bit higher time frame, monthly, now from the monthly you can see that this month, once the market open, we see that from that level, once the market open, there is a massive drop, and with that drop gold has dropped well below this level, and I think that the market might drop, even break this low from the monthly to create a new lower low. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see previous week a long bearish engulfer from the weekly perspective. With this long bearish engulfer, this week once the market open, we have seen that so far significant drop, and I think that you see that this is a high liquidity zone below this doji. As the price has dropped that far from the weekly, that far means that from that level we saw this upside momentum, and because the price has dropped in that zone, very highly likely that it's not gonna go up without testing this level, so which is the 1810, 18.9. So we can expect further drop on gold to test this level. So from the monthly, weekly, and daily, we see that gold is potentially bearish. Now if I look at that lower time frame for an entry opportunity, this is the 1 hour chart. As you can see, in that zone gold has tested this 1 hour 20 EMA, and we see now the market is rejecting as expected as per the analysis that you have seen probably early today. I posted analysis on YouTube as well as on in every social media, so make sure that you stay connected with all of the social medias so that you can find quickest update on gold. Now looking at the 5 minutes, now you can see that this is the trade as per the analysis that I have posted. Also we have opened a position on gold today early and we closed. You can see that it's triggered that TP target in gold and exactly where we have entered, and the price in fact has dropped and it's still keep dropping. We have closed with 2 times profit on the trade. Now I'll quickly look at that trade as well, guys. I know that many of you already have opened that trade with me. Just I will be quickly recap that trade so that guys you know that actually in what situation I have opened that position, because the main goal of this live session is to help you to learn and grow as a trader. So this is the post that I have posted on the group when I have opened that position. So we have sold. You can see this is the exactly the same trade I have opened, and also I have shared with those who are trading with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Entry at 1828.08, sell, and stop loss was 1829.84. You can see that this is how I trade, very tight stop loss, only 11 pip stop loss, and from that zone 1824 that has given us the profit. I think the price currently below that level, 1824 below this level. So the strategy that used in that trade, you can see that this is a strategy that one of my favorite trading strategy that I trade. This is basically the smart money trading strategy. As I mentioned before earlier that if you want to be a profitable trader, you must learn smart money trading strategy, because that as a retail trader, anyone opening multiple lots, even a multi-million-dollar account cannot move the market. Okay, so the market is moved by smart money. Smart money traders basically move the market. So if you trade based on smart money strategy, based on smart money, it is become easier for you to be profitable. And I know that it's sometimes hard to find a strategy that suits you, that truly works, and that's why I have taken this initiative, because that you might say, okay, tell me the strategy, coach, you are on YouTube live. I can tell you the strategy, but the thing is that to grasp a strategy is not a one-day job. You need to understand it. To grasp a strategy, you need continuous learning of that strategy for at least, to be honest, 3 to 6 months or even 1 year time. Okay, so then you can understand a strategy. So that's why you might say, okay, that's a long time. Imagine that if you are if you want to have just a if you want to make a living out of anything, you need at least certificate 3 course that takes 3 to 6 months full-time study, right? So why not studying a strategy for 3 to 6 months? And to help that, that for those many of we have implemented now many other additional feature in Forex Trading Wizard Academy to help you to learn that strategy. I am teaching you on Zoom step by step that strategy that we have applied also on gold. And also I have when I post a trade, just to help you so that you can pay attention, I also explain that strategy, that why I have opened that position when I am sharing those trade to the VIP groups. So now let's see where we can find the next opportunity on gold. Now if we look at gold chart in this lower time frame, the next opportunity for me, I think we might still see the downside momentum. So let's quickly look at the news calendar to see where where is the news coming up. looking at the calendar, if we look at that calendar here, so what we see that tonight in my zone is basically morning, we will be covering that news coming up. Jobs job opening, you know, I will stay in live until that time, until the jobs job opening. And then tomorrow coming up NZD news coming tomorrow. And then, you know, tomorrow also coming up ADP non-farm employment change, because this is NFP week. So are you guys ready for you know, bigger week? All right, so let's see, let's find out what is the next opportunity. I'll be going through now gold to the lower time frame, and then we'll be looking at other instrument as well. In the meantime, guys, I need everyone to give a like if you like this stream. Once you like, it really helps the channel to grow more people, to go to the more people. So thank you for your support to the channel. Give a big like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell button so that anything that I'm posting, you're notified as soon as I post it. So let's see now, where is the next opportunity for Fatimon? You are welcome, Fatimon. Good call today. Yes, you will be looking at that. Hi coach, FX trading journey. Hey coach, kindly look at Euro CHF multi-time frame. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. News coming today. So there is a news coming up in around 2 hours 40 minutes time. Jobs job opening, which is a high impact news, and we'll be covering that as well. So how are you, Saim? I'm good, thank you. Nelson, I'm part of VIP channel. What do you think of DXY and euro dollar? Yes, Nelson, you are welcome. I will be looking at that. It's a very important pairs. Thank you for asking. Christopher, hello, just popping in to say hi. Christopher, you are welcome. Thank you for joining the live session. Hi coach, please, about euro dollar. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So thank you. Blake, good morning coach, thank you for everything you do for us. You're welcome, Blake. Much appreciated for joining this live session. So let me see now, where is the next opportunity for us to see on gold. We see some pullback coming with the upcoming timing. So now I'm a bit earlier on live. You know that usually we used to start 1 hour, I think, late. The reason is that daylight saving, due to the daylight saving, time changes here, and I try to keep the old timing. That means I had to be delayed for another an hour. So I realized that actually it's a bit easy to come a bit earlier than late. I know that some of you may be joining a bit late, but just to head up, I had to start earlier, but maybe we'll be waiting for a high volume trade. So let's find out where is the next opportunity, and then I will be looking to see you know, this is where we can see. Okay, so here what we see on gold, the market is now going up for a deeper pullback. So let it push up for a deeper pullback, and then we'll be looking to enter position. So once we find that, now in the meantime, I will be looking at Gbpusd as well. Now this instrument is very volatile these days. So today is daily. You can see that today's daily chart on GJ. I will be quickly looking at the multi-time frame, and then we'll go back to gold again to see where is if there is any trading opportunity. Now looking at the Gbpusd, this is the daily chart on GJ. What do you see that from this 20 EMA retest on Gbpusd, the price couple of times back to back 2 days crossed that 20 EMA, and then we see that the market started to drop from this level. Now if we closely look at on GJ, we see that the market triggered that 20 EMA has crossed, has got rejected, and GJ is in fact very volatile. It trends sometimes less, more of you see that consolidation, but it's one of my favorite pairs that I trade. Okay, gold and GBPJPY, these are two of my favorite pairs that I trade a lot. The reason is this instrument, especially on the 5 minutes and 15 minutes time frame, also gives sometimes very good trading opportunity and sometimes very predictable instrument. Now GBPJPY, if we look at, we see that previous day there was a massive drop from the daily time frame from this resistance line, and this is a very important level of resistance on GBPJPY, and from that level we see that the market had a big drop. Now today so far still there isn't much drop, but what I think that GJ might go back up, and then we could see that the market is dropping down. And if we look at this level on the daily, what I think that before dropping we might see that GJ may retest that daily high. So for me, I think that GBPJPY might remain bearish because it is approaching that support, and the market structure in that zone is highly bearish on GJ. Now looking at the lower time frame on 4 hour, we can see that GBPJPY previous session was an upside momentum, liquidity trigger, and then we saw that immediate rejection. We might see some pull, so some consolidation here. There is a probability for GJ even breaking the high again, coming back down to this level later today. Still we have a couple of, how many candles? This one, there are 3-4 hour candles remaining, so you could see that it is possible to have another breakout and then coming back down for its drop. So from the 1 hour chart we see that GJ in this lower time frame trying to move up to this level. Now if it managed to this 1 hour candle or the next one managed to go back up, I will wait for selling opportunity after any of this level, or of this violation of any of this level. So if we look at the lower time frame, we see that there is a double top formation, and this is where we see that the break of structure and a rejection. Okay, so this is what I was again discussing, that point. Very important that you look for the trend, all right, and then wait for a break and then wait for confirmation. The confirmation comes from price action, so you need to understand also the price action confirmation when to look for that entry opportunity. So from the 5 minutes time frame we see that GJ in this lower time frame now trying to make some upside momentum. I think we might see some range here on the lower time frame. Very highly likely that we could see another wave of uprise, and breaking the high we might see another wave of drop. So I will not be a buyer on this instrument because it's a massively falling market. So if we look at the daily resistance, is the daily resistance here, break of any of this high after price action confirmation, we'll look for selling on JPY. So with that being said, let's see where is the next opportunity on gold as well. Now looking back on gold to see, here we can see that some long wick candle is being formed. So might see some deeper pullback. Let's see here. All right, so here we see that on GJ, on gold, the market after breaking the low, it's trying to pull back. This is the 5 minute chart on gold, and I think that we might see any kind of liquidity gap from the top. Especially you see that this is the daily chart, and I love to trade when the market breaks the daily level. So this is the daily level, and see, this is where we see the resistance zone, and any of the break of this resistance, okay, we will look for selling on gold as well, or in any of this zone. The market will tell you, okay, so when you see that it has a trade, okay, it will tell you. Now again, going back to that gold trade that we discussed, you can see that it tells that, okay, it's gonna prepare for a drop, okay. And to understand that language of the market, just you need to give a little bit of time to yourself, and I'm sure that it's gonna be easy for everyone very soon. All right, so good day, hope you had a great NFP day. Yeah, I think NFP is still due. NFP means like what do you mean by NFP? Is the news NFP or not? FOMO probability, or not experiencing FOMO, you mean? I'm just joking. So NFP day, I think that NFP is still due. So yeah, definitely we'll have great NFP day. Let's see what comes along the way. We are ready for a big NFP week. Come on guys, 95 people being on 95. Robin, welcome, thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely, it's gonna push up. Everyone slowly joining because I'm earlier than the usual time for the last 2 days, so that's why everyone getting a little bit of time. But now I'm sure that everyone is coming along the way. So we are ready for another trading day, and I'm sure that you guys also ready. Good evening, copy. Awesome trade on gold, thank you. Yep, awesome trade on gold, absolutely. So this is the main goal, to have some good trade, so make profit out of trading. Now let's go back to other instrument. Before I go to that instrument, let's quickly cover a little bit of trading psychology. All right, so let's see that trading psychology. Let's find out what it takes to be a profitable trader. See, I also I prepared my FX book account link. Also, I'll be posting maybe to you guys today. So being a profitable trader is not that easy, and at the same time it's not that hard. Definitely, that here very important part of developing a sound trading psychology, which is very, very important. I know that many of you have a very good trading psychology. When I talk to, I see a very good feedback from all of you, that I see very good. But still, if you think that you still need to improve your trading psychology, then I would recommend you to work on that as well, because being a profitable means that actually you combine all those factors together. So having a strategy that we discussed earlier today, then looking for learning the risk management. Three parts must be combined together. So to solve a puzzle, you need the different part to be connected together. So to be profitable, all right, to be profitable, you need, number one, the most important one is to have a trading psychology. Okay, so this is where sometimes it's puzzling, I know, because sometimes you might be asking what is in fact a trading psychology. Second thing that you need is to risk management. Okay, risk management. Third thing comes down to a strategy. All right, so when you can connect these three dots together, you are definitely be a profitable trader. Now the hardest part is to develop that trading psychology, because our judgment, our actions more often not um, you know influenced by our emotion, which is a very common um, common phenomena. Everyone has emotion, including myself. So then how do you combat that emotion, and how do you overcome that emotion to be profitable trader? Now that emotion comes along with trading is basically comes down to individual experience as well. So this is why it's so sometimes tough for some traders to be profitable. But when you understand it, no matter what you are doing, it's easy. Okay, now why it's individually? Because the risk management is same for everyone. All right, so let's say you learn the risk management. uh, Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z all do the same risk management, same action, same results. Learning a strategy, all Mr. X, Mr. Z, Mrs. Y all having the same results, because applying the strategy in the same way, maybe a little bit different, but when it comes down to trading psychology, there is a big difference comes in place. Because as I mentioned, it depends on an individual experience. So you need to go deep a little bit on that subject, so that you understand it and you can work on it, and it's workable. It's easily, you can, once you identify it, it's easily understandable. So let's say, what do I mean by individual experience? Now individual experience is because um, let's say that you want to be a profitable trader, and whenever you are opening a trade, you are closing it early. So individual experience means that you need to ask a very important question to yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable, that like what causes me to close the trade early, or not taking profit, or taking a bigger risk. When you ask that question, that what will happen is that you started to question that emotion coming along with the trading. Now the best way I found, that's why I give a homework also for all of you guys, is to set a goal. Okay, let's say when you set a goal, this is the real stuff, guys. When you set a goal in trading or any dimension that you do, when you set a goal, you automatically started to pursue it, uh, and with the right intention, and that's where your trading psychology also will change. This is where you need to understand that you need to have a clear goal of doing something, being a trader or specific, and then you will see that uh, rather than going through a lot of trial, where one, just set a goal and work on it, and it's gonna work. Okay, that's why I give a homework to all of you, in also to write down your goal. So it's important that you write down your goal, so that you can have proper understanding of your trading psychology, and you can work on it. I'm here always with you guys, so make sure that you stick till the end. Smash the like button now, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, so that you are not missing out anything that we are posting every single day. Euro CHF, yes, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Anthony, we are ready for another trading day. Welcome, Anthony, welcome. Let's see what Gold is trying to do here. I'm just trying to figure out, is this the market is trying to retest the daily resistance again? It's a very sharply falling market, so I will still not ready for any kind of buy. Dollar CAD, yeah, US30, the news, please. So news is coming around 2 hours 20 minutes time from this time, so we'll be covering that news. Let's see. Okay, so thank you, Delson. Okay, we'll be looking at now on um, some of the pairs that we are looking at. So okay, DXY, euro dollar, yeah, absolutely. So let me see, yeah, euro dollar also a good pair, and then we'll be looking at US30 dollar CAD. So US30 dollar CAD as well. We looked at GBP JPY. Let me quickly have a look another one. So GJ, yeah, it's trying to break to the upside. I think it might break the daily high again before coming down. So let me see here on GJ. So this is a very sharply falling market. Okay, so we'll be looking at, yeah, so we'll look at euro dollar, and then we'll be looking back on those instruments again, euro dollar, Gbpusd, and so they normally move almost in the same direction. So let's quickly look at euro dollar, which is basically mirror of DXY. So looking at euro dollar, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall direction in the market. So from the monthly, we see that euro dollar, let me delete that because we had a trade yesterday on euro dollar, also the good one. So euro dollar, we can see that from, this is the monthly chart on euro dollar, and in that monthly chart, what we see that the market has formed this long bearish candle on the monthly on euro dollar. So this monthly candle past week that opened with a big gap today, this month, not today, yesterday, and the price already has made a downside momentum because it's a falling market, and we could see further downside on euro dollar. But before it drops, with the news coming up later today with the NFP, I think that NFP might make this instrument to have a short-term reversal. Because if you look at this market on euro dollar, one thing that we need to understand is that this market already below this support level. Now, there are two probable scenarios. If I look at bigger picture perspective that I'm talking about, let's say monthly, weekly, or daily. So if you look at this monthly price action, there's a long wick here on euro dollar, and longer term we might see that euro dollar dropped a lot. There is one probable scenario. Another possibility that we can consider, we'll look for lower time frame for the confirmation. Another probability is that euro dollar, you can see that this is a channel that euro dollar was moving, monthly channel, and we saw a break from this channel, and there is a probability for euro dollar to go up and retest this level, because looking at this monthly price action, what you see that this is a bullish impulse and then a bullish channel to the upside. So euro dollar here, if it is trying to merging with this global trend that you see, this is a global trend down, that's the situation that you could see that longer term euro dollar coming down to this level. Another probability is euro dollar to go back up, retest this level before coming down. Okay. Now, which scenario we'll be considering? Let's go to the lower time frame to see. Now, until we see that euro dollar is maintaining its downtrend, okay, so until we see that euro dollar maintaining its downtrend, we still can see that euro dollar is coming down. So how do we know? When a market changes its trend, it will give you a clear indication of change of trend. Okay, you'll see that this market will show you liquidity trigger from the support level instead of resistance. So what do I mean by this? Let's say this market on the 4-hour, what do you see? That it's maintaining its downtrending market structure. All right, so you see that it's maintaining its, you see that it's clearly in a downtrend and maintaining that channel, that bearish price action. Now, okay, so when we see that this channel, normally as a rule of thumb, what you will see that when the market moves like that in a channel, you will see that this market breaks from the channel, breaks down completely, and then it will reverse to back to the resistance level. So far we see that it is still maintaining that downtrending market structure, and you can see this liquidity graph on euro dollar is basically a sign of further drop, and we saw that it dropped, maintaining this head and shoulder in that area. All right, so now from that zone we saw that euro dollar has made this drop. Now it's pullback. In a pullback we can expect further drop and still maintaining downtrending market structure. So with this kind of drop, I do not expect euro dollar to have so far a bullish move. We might see pullback, but definitely in this kind of downtrending market, I will not be looking for buying, instead looking for an opportunity to sell. If we see very lower time frame confirmation for some short-term buying, yeah, we'll be doing that. So depending on where the market is giving the opportunity. Now gold, we have seen another local upside momentum, which any kind of break of those levels will look for selling. Let me draw these levels, guys, to see where is the opportunity might be coming on gold with the news. So daily, these are the daily levels, yes. And be patient always. Patience is the key to be profitable as a trader, because unless you are a patient, not gonna make it happen, okay? Because trading is all about patience, all about understanding the real price action, and then trading in the time with the right strategy, with the right mindset. Okay, so gold, let me see what here it is doing. So it is spread, see that now. So this bearish candle, this one, what we see that on the 5 minutes, which is a long bearish candle, and so here we see that this is a resistance line here, currently gold maintaining on the 5 minutes chart, and any kind of opportunity coming up, we will be selling. Okay, so early today we had a trade on gold. You can see that we secured profit on that trade. I will be waiting for another opportunity after yesterday's back-to-back winner on gold and Gbpusd and other instrument. We had also an incredible profitable trade on gold. Let's find out, guys, where is the next opportunity. We need more trades, but at the same time it is important that we definitely remain patient so that what we gain, not giving it away. So you can see this is the 5-minute chart on gold. Any break of this high, so if the market create another liquidity from this zone, we'll look for selling here on gold. I think that because this zone, you can see there is an intact, this zone, the price may not go there, it may drop from here, but if it manage to reach that zone, from that liquidity zone, we'll look for selling opportunity. Okay, but so far it's already triggered that liquidity above this level. You can see above this long week candle there is still liquidity, so it didn't break that high, but it's from a liquidity zone. It's still a good trade maybe for selling, but I'm a bit more choosy in my trade to maintain my high probability setup. That's what we are doing. Okay, so let's find out. Let it break first. If it does, then we look for selling. All right, patience is the key, as I mentioned in trading. Once you are patient, it becomes much easier for you to find good trading opportunity. Even if you are missing a couple of trades, that's completely fine, isn't it? So let me see here. Okay, so you see that that side trying to come, the price is trying to break that high. So looking at multi-time frame is very important also. Okay, because when you look at that multi-time frame, you know that in fact how the market is reacting to that time frame, because higher time frame, looking at higher time frame, you will find possible zone that where the market might be getting rejected or reversed. Okay, so 1 hour chart, which is closing this candle in 8 minutes time, price is heading to that level. Okay, so this 1 hour, you can see here from this support level is trying to break to the upside. Okay, so if this 1 hour candle is closing as a bullish candle, the next one highly likely we could see a break of the high, and then we can look for another opportunity here. So let's see. Okay, here we see that here we see this momentum coming up. Yes, it's trying to break that high. Okay, so it's breaking that high. That means that there is a probability for break any of this level, and then we can look for entry opportunity. All right, guys. So okay, so it has reached that liquidity zone. Okay, now here is the most important part, is to see. So because this 1 hour candle is closing, you can see with a bullish pattern, so we might see some little attempt from the buyers to break the high again, and that is where we can look for selling. But this is a bull market, as I mentioned. I will not be interested to buy at the moment, but we can use that momentum to find the liquidity zone for potential selling on gold. Okay, so now if the price breaks down from this level, we see some also downside coming from here. If it in case breaking down here, then we can look for selling, because this green candle is a bullish candle. But if it is a trap, let's say if it is a trap, then we might see immediate rejection, and then if it reject, then we can look for selling. In that case, if we see that gold in case has brought back down here, then we might see a retest of this level and then maintaining that resistance, coming down to create a new lower low. All right, so which is very, very important. um, all right, guys, I hope that you are enjoying. Let me make sure that you like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and also press that bell button if you haven't done yet. Join the free Telegram channel, link below this video in the description. That will help you to stay up to date with us for everything. I can give you that free Telegram channel link for you guys. Let me see where it is. See. Okay, where's that? Free Telegram. Yeah. So join the free Telegram channel. Okay, we see that's happening. I think the gold has made a false breakout, most likely. So this 15 is closing with a doji still. not fully. You might see another like that. So coming down, if this green candle is a fake out, then definitely it will be a good opportunity for selling. So I hope guys you are enjoying. Make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Sam Thomas, volume is low. Still volume is low means my volume or the market volume. There is always a change in. Do I need to increase my volume, or the market volume is high? Here's the timing for anyone. Yeah. Okay. So Mugda, now I know that for some of you today also just join. Just to make sure, guys, for those who just joined the live session, NY session live now 1 hour early from where you have seen in the past. The reason is, I apologize for the inconvenience, is because of the daylight saving changes in my zone. So for those who saw me NY session live doing in this time, so basically now it's 1 hour early we are starting. Okay, so gold, in fact, I think it did that, made that false breakout. Let me see. Okay, so let's find out where is the again, for those who just joined on the live session, our NY session live now begin from this time, what you see in your time zone, 1 hour early. I'm repeating again, for those who join NY session live just now, our live session, so we begin from this time 1 hour early. The reason is uh, daylight saving changes in my zone. So I apologize if it creates any inconvenience, but let me know if I see that it's getting very inconvenient for many of you to be a bit earlier, then I can look for starting in this time. So are you guys okay with the today's timing? So today we begin, and also yesterday 1 hour early in your zone. Only in my area where the time changes for you the same time. In your zone, maybe I'm starting 1 hour early. So let me know in the live chat is the timing is okay. So if you just join the live session now, I would recommend you to note down that from tomorrow to start 1 hour earlier. ChatGPT, yeah, absolutely. Okay, okay, thank you. Better for me. All right. So, okay, that's good to hear that. So basically, we'll be extending that session to the time that everyone can cover. Just to, all right, very good. Thank you. Okay, it's perfect for me. Thank you. It's awesome. Good to hear that. Okay, so we might see some upside bias So with the 1 hour close, so let me see that 1 hour close. Just letting you know that we are not on any trade yet in this live session. So for those who just joined, you can pay attention. Still not on any kind of trade. Okay. For those who just joined now on the live session, please note down that we are beginning every day now 1 hour early because of the daylight savings in my zone. So let's see now on gold on the 1 hour chart. We see there is a doji. With the doji, you know, the bulls trying to break the high, but I think that it's not gonna, it may remain bearish. Let me see that this 5 minutes candle is not being able to break the high. So we need to be a little bit of patient because it might trigger another liquidity and then we could see the downside momentum. So you know, let it take more liquidities. Okay, the stronger the movement, the higher the liquidity, the stronger the movement. Okay, I'm very comfortable with this time, sir. Thank you. Please, sir. Okay, look for another pair. Non-trade gold. Yeah, absolutely can. We do trade all of them, GJ. Okay, and all of them. Let's look for, also look at other instrument, looking at Gbpsd as well. Okay, what do you saw from 1 hour? So you trade GJ and gold, both of them, so should be fine for everyone. I also love trading Gbpsd and gold, and also we trade all the instrument from swing trading perspective. From day trading, we trade Gbpsd and gold. Okay, so let me see here, daily. So Gbpsd from daily perspective, which is highly bearish market. This is the level. Let's do a full multi-time frame analysis on Gbpsd, and then we will be looking at gold again to see what it is doing. Let me see the gold again. I think the gold might give us another entry. Okay, leave it that there. All right, so we see that GJ. If we look at the daily on Gbpsd, we can see that this is the daily chart. Let me see the monthly. Now Gbpsd was in a very long-term bull market. All right, so it was a very long bullish market. Starting with this impulse here, GJ has created this massive move, followed by we have seen that Gbpsd previous months has formed a bearish candle. This month's opened with a gap, significant drop, and trying to break that low. The price already has broken this support level on the monthly, and there is a chance for further drop on GJ. Now looking at the weekly, we can see that weekly perspective, the price has broken that resistance line here, and from that resistance we see that GJ had a drop. This is a bearish engulfer on Gbpsd, and I think that the market might come back down further to this liquidity zone here. And this is the weekly 20 EMA on Gbpsd, and we could see that the price breaking that low, testing that 20 EMA, so there is a probability for further drop. Now from the daily, we see that there is a, after 20 EMA retest from this doji, GJ had a massive drop yesterday, and today we have seen that the price tested this level and then has got rejected towards the downside. Now looking at for the lower time frame from intraday, we see the Gbpusd from this level. Early today there was a rejection, tested that liquidity zone, has got rejected again. I think that we might see another retest of the daily resistance, and then we can expect for GJ to have another downside momentum. So going to the 15 minutes to see how the market is evolving. Now you can see it has crossed that liquidity zone and got rejected. I think that we might see another upside bias, but upside bias means that pullback or liquidity grab, and then we can expect it to come down. Now because it's a very sharply falling market, I will be interested on selling this instrument once we see that this market has crossed any of this important key level, and then we look for selling opportunity on GJ. Now in the meantime guys, for those who joined just now on this live session, just keeping you updated that we now starting this live 1 hour earlier from this time because of the daylight changes in my area. So if you just join thinking that we have started now, you can note down that from tomorrow you can join a bit earlier to keep all the things updated. So Gbpusd, I will wait for an important level to be broken on the lower time frame, then we look for selling based on the strategy that we discussed early today in the VIP Zoom as well. And this is where you can see the market is heading to that level. Look for entry opportunity once you'll find it. So yeah, let's see now on gold. We can see that from that level on gold, it's now they mentioned it's gonna break another liquidity zone. So 1 hour chart on gold, we can see the market now trying to break the high. It form, some might think that it's a reversal pattern. Yeah, we see that pattern, but I think that gold might break the high, and then we can expect another drop on the lower time frame. So because it's a long-term bull market, I will only be looking for selling opportunity on gold. Okay, so let's see where we can find that opportunity. As soon as we will find that, we'll be jumping on a trade. Make sure guys you stay patient, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that and leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to shut down for 2 seconds so that you guys have time to smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button. Did you do that? That's awesome. Now there is some new lessons coming this weekend. Now every weekend I post, in couple of weekends was missed. This weekend keep eye during the London session, New York session time for new content coming on YouTube for all of you to help you in your growth as a trader. So you can, the only thing that you need, smashing the like button, make sure you stay subscribed, and also press that bell button so they're not missing out anything that we are posting every single day. All right, so let's let's keep up on gold now. Patience is the key, as I mentioned. I do try to keep patience, and this is where the real trading comes. All right, there is a trade always in the market, but the best one is the best taking from a very good high probability zone is very, very important. And this is what I always encourage you to look for the market where you have a high probability setup. Okay, so you might be asking a question, what is a high probability setup? Now going back to one of our trade today, this is our gold trade. Early today I have posted on the VIP, and also I have taken this trade before I starting the live session during the London session time. And you can see that where the market has crossed that important liquidity zone, this is where I have sold that gold market. And also I have clearly explained the strategy that he used in that trade. Now it is a very important example to look at, because you see that how many people stop loss that I put on that trade is only 11 people stop loss on gold, and that trade in fact played out exactly to the TP target, has come down, has given the profit. Let's see where it was open. Now you can see this candle was traded in that area. You look at that picture, you can see that. And this is where the most important part of trading is, to look for the zone where you have a high probability setup. Okay, now you can see that from that zone exactly has come to our TP target and then has gone back up again. And so now you can see that in that zone the market is still consolidating in that area, because the price already has broken that level and going back up. It needs to violate any important level before it dropping down back up again. So that's why it is important for me to see how the market is evolving in that area. So this is the 5 minutes candle on gold. We see that it is trying to break the high, still maintaining a local bullish structure, so we might see still some upside. And as I mentioned, I will not be a buyer in this market at all. It's a bearish market. So let's find out where the market is heading. Let's quickly go back to GJ. Okay, we see that Gbpusd from that level had an side momentum in the 15 minutes. Okay, so we see a bullish candle. This market also is a long-term bearish now, and this one also I want to see that it has broken that high. So the reason, let me draw that here on GJ. We can see that here is the resistance line, and this is the daily resistance here. Today we might see a retest of this, any of this high, that will give probability for selling on GJ. Now another important thing is that, let's say if we see the GBPJPY, this 4-hour candle is closing like that, we might see some short-term upside and then coming down here. So that could lead on the lower time frame some bullish momentum. So for us to sell GJ, somehow we need to see that it has broken that 181.20. Resolution not working. Should be very high quality resolution that as far as I'm concerned, based on my settings. Can you guys let me know that is the resolution is going well? If it is not going well with you, probably your internet is a bit slow. That could be the reason. But can you confirm that is my resolution is doing well and you guys are getting enough quality images and pictures and videos and audios? Let me know in the live chat. It will be helpful. Thank you. David, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. Video resolution is okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so probably your internet is a bit buffering, that's why. That's fine. Yeah, very good. Hitesh, you are welcome, Hitesh. yeah, you got funded. Very good. Very good. All right, so it is important, if you got funded, make sure that you hold that account. Okay, um, make sure you still maintain that limits, so that anyone got funded. And also always draw the money in the fastest way possible from a funded account. And what I recommend is always keep a funded account and also keep a live account. Okay, because when you keep a funded account and keep a live account, then the best strategy that I find is that use that funded account to boost your live account. So you see that there is an upside bias on gold, which is good. So use that funded account to boost your live account and generate profit in every way possible. And also use a regulated broker always when you are trading. It is important that you always use a regulated broker. It's your hard-earned money, so put it in a zone where you can trust that broker. It's important that you always do that, and then you can also draw the profit sometime to pay the bills. That will help you to understand how trading works, because when you draw money from your trading account, pay the bills, your brain will remember that experience, that it's possible to pay the bills from trading, from making money from trading. Okay, so yeah, it is important. And yeah, the broker that I use, also I put a link below this video in the description. You can, if you want to, if you're looking to open a regulated broker, you can use that link in the description area. So now let's see now where okay, we see that gold has broken that high. There is a long wick candle on the 15 minutes time frame. Now see that after breaking that high, it has broken the daily, yeah, it has broken the daily resistance. Let me delete all of this line to see. And yeah, so it just tested the daily high. So we see that there is a rejection from the top. As mentioned earlier, that after breaking that high, we might see the downside momentum on gold. And what we see, so we can, now we need to see any kind of reversal pattern here, then we can look for selling. Because is it enough or no? That's the question here. Is it enough or no? Okay, audio video is great, awesome, thank you for confirming. Yes, okay, gold is upside. natural gas. Your teaching plus mark. Thank you, Hitesh. You're welcome. Okay, so you see that here there is a significant rejection. See that 1 over. Okay, so there is a bearish candle. So you might see now that the downside momentum on gold. Let me see the GJ. Gbpusd were also testing the daily high. So it needs that liquidity zone to be broken on GJ. So on GBPJPY, if we see the market has broken the liquidity zone or has broken that high, we can look for selling on GJ. All right, so let's let it first go. I think we might see that hit. Even it might go back to 181.207, and that is where we can look for entry opportunity. Let me see on gold. Okay, so you see that gold is gonna break the low here. All right, so okay, so here we see that very sharp rejection on gold, and I think that it's gonna do exactly what we expected from that level, but entry, let's see that 15 minutes there is a big dodgy. GBPJPY. gold at the same time, both of them. So you see that gold might try to break the high again. There is a doji on the 15 minutes. This is a very interesting doji, and from GJ, yeah, so GJ might give us an opportunity, especially breaking this high could give us an entry opportunity. 15 minutes, yeah. So any of this high, especially the daily resistance level, is a very important zone for GBP/JPY. Okay, here is a narrow doji has formed. Okay, so let's look for an entry as soon as you will find that, and let me know in the live chat how are you doing today. And in the meantime, I'll just take a just 30-second break from you guys. We'll come back, just a water break. Hi guys, let me know when you see that ready. So you see a drop on gold has dropped from that level. Okay, so it has a massive drop. Let me see the GBP/JPY. So there is a 21 pip drop. We can GJ also trying to reject from that level. So both of them getting rejected from the daily resistance line. Okay, so So this is what the most important part to look at is what we discussed before, that to break any of this high there's a rejection. Right now this is what happened. Okay, exactly from that level we see the rejection. We are late in our entry, but let's see what happened. Entering a trade, you can enter. Okay, you have to be patient. More often it is important that you look at the chart, see exactly how it played out, so that your decision is not being clouded. Okay, and yeah, it's important always to be patient. Even if you are missing a trade, that's fine. Always try to take the best setup so that um, your trade is giving a good return from your capital. All right, so crude oil, yeah, Mogda will be looking at that. Thank you, Mo. I didn't believe it's the level M today, so I had my first payout. Okay, very good, Hitesh. Thanks for that. Congratulations. And it is important that everyone also have the same journey. You can achieve that. Okay, it's possible. 20 days. Yes, okay, very good, very good. The rejection is 21 EMA in hourly TL. Okay. Gjpy. Good day. Yeah, natural gas. Okay. So XNGUSD. So XNGUSD, what time frame you are trading? Looks to me that this market is in a bullish trend, but there is a rejection past day, so we might see that this market, we see local breakdown, slowly trying to break to the upside. I don't see very good trading opportunity at the moment. We might see that it's going up again, coming down, or consolidating, because there is a very sharp rejection here. Break of any of this high, you will see that the market again coming down. So looking for selling opportunity on the lower time frame after breaking of any of this high would be a good opportunity on XNGUSD. Okay, so let me see that gold coming down here again from that level. Yeah, it got rejected, sharply rejected. All right, so we'll look for a good entry opportunity, including the GJ. Here on gold, after this doji, there is a strong breakdown. Let's draw a level here as well for this potential entry opportunity here. Now let's see how far it goes up again for another liquidity grab. So there is a candle close coming on most of the pairs. I will quickly look at currency pairs at the moment. Let's see gold, how it plays out. I think that we might see some manipulation more on gold in the moment, and just be patient. If we have an entry, definitely we'll be looking to enter. So let me see in the meantime, quickly looking at the currency pairs to see all the instrument before the candle close, to see if there is any opportunity here for entering. Euro AUD had a big upside. Euro CAD, Euro CHF. So we see that Euro looks like getting weaker. There is a news coming up on Euro in news. You see, I think there's no news on Euro, isn't it? Looking at the calendar, so tomorrow is very volatile for NZD and USD. So I'll be looking at NZD and USD as well. Dollar CAD with NFP. So these two instruments still has not been looked at. Dollar CAD, let me see what it is doing. There is a big upside on dollar CAD. Okay, we can see that this 4-hour candle, we see that it's a big bullish move. Let me see the monthly here on dollar CAD. So you see that from the monthly, USD CAD open with a gap. I'll do a full analysis because this pair is very important for NFP. Sometimes it gives us very good trading opportunity. Now dollar CAD from the monthly perspective, this is a, from this level there is a liquidity trigger and then created this massive movement to the upside on dollar CAD. And from that monthly perspective, we see that the market so far has created this upside momentum, and we can expect for deeper pullback on dollar CAD. Now from the weekly, we see that also weekly so far has gone up aggressively, broken all this level to the upside, and it's still upside. Okay, the price is approaching this resistance line, and I think that the market might be heading to that level. Now looking at the daily, from the daily perspective, we see that dollar CAD created this massive move to the upside, and this is the daily price action after. This is a local breakdown. You have seen that in that strongly uptrending market. This is what I was talking about in our yesterday's Zoom classes, that to look for this liquidity zone to be broken. It's very important, guys. It's the very, very important liquidity area to look for. So what is the liquidity? Liquidity is the fuel of the market. All right, so if you look at a market, liquidity will tell you that which way the market is heading. And all the smart money traders, like the hedge funds, institutional trader, banks, they use liquidity to fuel the market. So the reason is what their trade is a bigger volume, and the need on the other side, buyers and sellers. So for example, if they are buying big volume, they need a huge seller on the other side to take those orders, and because of that they trade based on liquidity. Now I don't think that any trader without understanding liquidity is very hard to be profitable as a trader. So it is important that always think about the liquidity when you are trading the market. So this is you can see with this news announcement, there is a aggressive move on dollar CAD. Price has reached that level. Now this candle is closing in 17 minutes time of this, and I think that from that zone there is a probability for deeper pullback, but I wholeheartedly try to avoid trading against the trend. There is a probability for a local breakdown, but it's a probability, it's a possibility or guess. So better to wait for confirmation. If we see that the price has confirmed that there is a change of trend, we can look for selling, but I think that there is a probability for dollar CAD to come down for a deeper pullback. Now in that case, we might see some upside bias on all the instrument, including gold and euro dollar. But in gold, we see a completely different story. You can see after breaking that high, there has been significant rejection from that level. So it's basically forming this head and shoulder. Okay, now I'll wait for this neckline to be broken. It is important because in that zone, you see this level is it's just respecting the zone, and now it might drop from here, but we didn't enter here. Okay, I was planning to enter, but it became very fast. So now to enter again, we need to see that level to be broken before coming down. Otherwise, if we enter here, it is in a support level, so very few people target will have. So let's find out, wait for good entry point. Let me see the GJ. So Gbpusd, this market also showing bearish pattern. Okay, so these are the two pairs that showing very good opportunity now. So on gold, resistance, okay. It's now, as I mentioned, it's going back up again for deeper liquidity trigger. Okay, so let me see, guys. How are you doing here? Thank you. Natural gas, yes, we'll be looking at that. The oil, please, yeah, tell us more stories about trading psychology. Yeah, sure. Very important that trading psychology is a big part of being a profitable trader. In a trade on gold, did you sell limit on today's daylight? The high target was 1810. Okay, so on today's trade on gold was not a sell limit. I sold by market. This is the trade that I have opened, and we have secured 2% on this trade. And this trade also I have shared on the VIP in this way, because I'm teaching a strategy couple of days now. As I mentioned earlier, that if someone tell you that he will teach you a strategy in a day or in an hour, it's not gonna happen. You need to give some time to learn strategy, and this is what we are doing now in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. In a private Zoom class, I'm teaching this strategy, and we applied that strategy that this is the gold, and also I have sent all the trade that I take based on the strategy with explanation, because what I believe, this is what exactly I have seen in my long experience, that if you trade a strategy as a beginner or as a non-profitable trader, and if you don't know how truly the trade is taken based on the strategy, it's hard for a trader to be profitable with that strategy. That's why I share all the trade, okay, with entry, stop loss, and take profit, and the live results, so that for those who are following that strategy, also taking those trade, learning that, growing as a trader. So this is what we use here. You can see this is where I have entered the trade, exactly in that zone, and is still maintaining that trade. If someone is holding the trade, is still in profit. And you don't need too many trades. Okay, so the most important part here is to have high quality trade. Okay, quality is more important than quantity. Now again, if we see that another entry in that zone, we will be looking, but here you can see after this drop it's consolidating. I think we might see, the reason is the market is a bit tired in terms of trend. This is the 1 hour candle, you can see it's consolidating. It might close as a bearish and then we could see that drop, but so far is still in a consolidation. And when the trend become very, what I can say, the tired, this is what happened in terms of price action. So it started to gather a lot of liquidity for bigger move. And there are some phases of trend. Let's say when a trend in a very strong momentum, you might not see this kind of movement in that trend. When the trend is a very high momentum, better to enter on the go. When the trend is tired or exhausted, better to wait for a liquidity trigger. For example, if you look at this market on gold, see where the market was very in a high momentum. See when the market drop, break out, has broken out of this structure, it was in a very high momentum. And then after, you can see 1 2 3. So here is Elliott wave theory, though it doesn't apply to all the time. You may not see it's working all the time, but when it works, it works. You can see here also Elliott wave theory. You can see that the first wave number 1, was a nice wave, very narrow correction. Second wave correction, third wave, it it crossed that high, triggered that liquidity, and then has dropped again. And when the market was in a very strong momentum, you can see that it is it has dropped a lot. It's still in that momentum because you can understand from the distance from 20 EMA. And with the news, I think that in 10 minutes we might see that the market, not in 10 minutes, I think 1 hour 10 minutes is still, yeah, so we might see that the market is breaking the high and then coming down. So you see that again, it's pushing high again. So let's see our entry. The most patient one is always the winner in this game of trading. Expecting minutes call directions 1820. Thank you very much, JJ. Yep. Eurocad. Okay. Do you hi coach, do you have a Zoom class every week? Merdad, every day, not every week. So alternative day we do Zoom class, one in London session and alternative day in New York session time. So today will be after this live session, there will be a Zoom class will be held with the New York session timing schedule already posted on the VIP group. You can check out if you're on the VIP. I think you're on the VIP, you can check out, so where you can join that. Okay, thank you. Everyone is waiting for unemployment news. Yes, everyone is waiting. Are you in trade coach? Not yet, not yet. We are still, I'm still waiting for a good entry as the news coming up in a couple of hours. In 1 hour 7 minutes I'll be waiting to enter as soon as I will find that. So here on GJ, So Gbpjpy, if you look at the daily, this is the daily resistance, daily opening and closing liquidity zone from the daily on Gbpjpy, and so in that area on Gbpjpy, okay. So yeah, there is a, you see that it's a long week candle on the 5 minutes, so it gathered liquidity. This level that I have done at 181.116 is a weekless candle here, and this is the daily, this is the daily level, and that level is super important. If the market invading that level, we could find significant opportunity for this potential movement to the downside. Guys, make sure that you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. Press that bell button if you haven't done yet. Okay guys, so this is a 2-second pause so that you can do that, smash it. And this weekend also I will be releasing some content on the channel for all of you to help you in your growth as a trader. So keep eye during the London and New York session time on the channel. And if you smashing the like button and also subscribing to the channel, then pressing the bell button, it's gonna go to your home page. Also, when you guys are looking at more, watching more, it gives me more motivation to make more and more content for all of you. So thanks for your support to the channel as well. Do you think on GJ, will GJ go long? Not at the moment. I'm not looking to long GJ because it's a bearish market long term. So we see a candle closing as a bearish. So there is a probability even for a downside. I'm waiting for this level 181.117 to be broken, and then testing this liquidity zone, and from that zone I'll look for selling as soon as I will find that opportunity on Gbpjpy. As with the news coming up, we might see some volatility in this instrument as well. So if you look at the daily, you can see that this is the daily resistance here on GJ. It's also the 1 hour level. So in that area, we might see, sudden breakout, gathering liquidity and coming back down. This is what I'm waiting. Might not go that far. If it doesn't go, doesn't go, but if it goes, then we'll have that opportunity to sell. Now this 15 minutes candle on GJ, this is a bearish candle. You can see it's getting rejected, but the best trade, best bet will be after breaking the high from that liquidity zone. Okay, so looking at the 1 hour chart, take that. What do we see? Now GJ, the weight has formed. I will wait for a retest of this level, which is very likely to happen. Okay, so really want to see the market has broken that high, so we'll be looking at that. Let me see that gold. Okay, we see a gap opening, a long week doji, so potential for so we see a candle close in all of them. Let me see how it has done. Aussie CAD. So majority of the pairs closed with a bearish bias, including AUD and ZD. Euro looks weaker. So looking at GBP USD, also form a bearish candle on GBP USD, which is also a bearish price action. We might see this one also slowly coming down. So including that gold, also GBP USD, we see that. Let me see that NASDAQ and US30. So they're also forming bearish pattern. So we see that downside on all the USD pairs. So majority of the pairs, in all of them, I see potential on GJ or downside momentum. And gold, see gold is in this consolidation here, but still we have been able to catch a good trade even if it is in a consolidation. If you understand the liquidity zone, you know that in fact it works. Okay, my dear. Right. Salim, you're welcome. US30 pull back and fail. Dollar yen, yeah, we'll be looking at the dollar yen also. I was thinking GBP USD just makes a 10k count on gold sell. Okay, Christopher, I know that you are an experienced trader. Make sure that you always do the risk management. Okay, so if you are trading gold, you must use a position size calculator, and I don't recommend anyone trading without learning the risk management. And this is the most emphasis also I'm giving this every single day to the VIP Zoom classes as well, guys. I'm for those who joined, that make sure that you follow the steps, because without knowing the risk management, without learning the risk management, either you are trading your own fund or you are trading a prop fund, you will never be able to access, okay, you will never be able to be profitable as a trader without doing the risk management, without learning the risk management. It's very, very important. So it is crucial, guys, that you know that. Very simple. Risk management is not hard. You need to have a position size calculator in your platform that attached, so that you always know how much risk you are taking per trade. First part. Second part is not to over trade, not to give it away when you are pushing that high. Okay, so this is the most important part of being a profitable trader. Okay, gold entry, thank you very much. Dollar yen, yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Okay, you see that from that zone it's now trying to break the high again. Okay, so this 1 hour candle close, so you see that there is another momentum coming. Okay, so what about SMC trading, sir? Okay, so SMC trading, okay, we'll be looking at SMC trading is the most profitable trading, smart money concept. So what is smart money concept? Okay, this is the question. I really want to know from all of you guys, how do you think that what is a smart money concept? Let me share your idea as well. Let me see what you guys are thinking about this topic. What is a smart money concept? Very, very popular, and there's a lot of talking on that topic as well. So coach, how to join? How to join? You mean that how to join the academy? So you can join the academy using the link below this video in the description. So the first link you can see, also you can see at the top of the chat. If you are on the website, you can click join now button, and then you will be able to join. Only price is the king. Okay, price action, you mean that? Okay, price action, very good. Yeah, sorry. Let's see here. GBP up, can you look for it? GBP going up, you mean? What about the GBP JPY? Okay, we see that. Yeah, it's pushing high. GJ. Yeah, I'll be looking to sell. As I mentioned, I know that there is a tendency for all of the traders, especially in the beginning, to buy um, against the trend, but I look for selling. If I find an entry, I will be looking to sell, uh, because trend is the most important part of my trading decision for everyone. The trend is very, very important, because at the end of the day, always you will see the trend is the winner all the time. Okay, so it's important that you always look for a major trend and wait for the price to go to the liquidity zone for that potential trading opportunity. Here you can see the market is approaching that daily resistance level and then getting rejected. So we might see that, you can see it's now trying to come down again. But for me, I want to see that this weekly candle, you see there is a liquidity. So liquidity is where there is a high amount of volume in the market. Why? Because you see that this big drop happened from this weekly candle. This drop, for those who sold this market, not only us, even a hedge fund, institutional trader that sold this market. And this is the zone where there is a liquidity. Okay, so in that zone there is a liquidity. It means that there is a lot of volume, there is a lot of order in the market, and if the price cross that zone, that order will be triggered, and that is where you'll see that the market is moving in that direction. Okay, so that's why I will be waiting for that, and then we see that the market has given that opportunity, we will be selling. Okay, this is where I emphasize always, is to understand what is over trading, what is not over trading. Because if you are over trading, the chances that you just give away what you have done. So how do you know what is over trading? Also, I'm curious about, from all of you, to know how many trade you open in 24 hours. Let's assume that on average, if you look at your trading account for last 3 months, what's your how many days and how many trades on average you open in a day or in a 24 hour? Let us know so we can determine what is over trading and what is not. It is important. Sometimes, this is what happened when I was like, in the beginning of my trading journey. I was over trading. Okay, and I didn't know. I just opened random trades, sometimes 10 trades in a row. Sometimes even 5 trades is not over trading. Sometimes 3 trades could be over trading. So that's why you need to know that actually what is over trading. So it's important, because this is where the majority of the trader fails. Okay, in over trading, majority of the trader fails in over trading. Even the experienced trader caught up in over trading, and this is the single most reason that what we gain we give away, and that makes us in the loop of vicious cycles of losing as a trader. So let me see how many of you have an idea about over trading, and let me know in fact how many trades you open in 24 hours, if you don't mind. I think it means that trading alongside the big boys. SMC is a concept of supply and demand. Okay. No more. Don't know how much, but I think it is trade in a smart area when to learn. It's taken only 8 positions to max this count out. That's running now. Okay. 3 trades with multiple entries. So 3 trades in a day, quite reasonable. Okay. Could crash in a second. Let's see how long it takes. Christopher, yes. 2 trades a day. Very good. Here, profitable the nation, break even. That happens. Okay. See, profitability I wouldn't determine in one day. Okay. Even not even 1 week. Okay. For example, many of you do a job, right? So you get a salary in a month. So consider profitability in a month. That will help you, because if you keep a target to be profitable every day, then that will be a bit demotivating for you, because someday you may not be profitable. So if you keep it on a week, let's say even a week you are not profitable, though you are every week profitable in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, but in the beginning, let's say you are not profitable in the first week, second week you are profitable, right? So in the first week you got a drawdown of 5%, second week you gain 10%, third week you gain 1%, fourth week you didn't gain anything. So at the end of the month, in fact, you make 6 to 7% gain. So this is how. Now the hardest part here is to remain on the strategy when you are in a drawdown. See, when we make profit, because I know how the trading psychology works, because I have seen my own trading psychology every time, and I see also hundreds of traders trading psychology every day. So how it works is that when you are making profit, we stay motivated, hopeful, very well. But when it comes down to losing trade, that's where we lose hope. And this is where the hardest part. See, when everyone making profit, everyone is happy, right? But when you are not making profit, you need to wait for the time to come to you to make profit, so that you are not giving away your capital. And that's what you very, very importantly need to understand, is that the day you didn't make profit, okay, keep faith on your strategy for tomorrow to give you all the loss you made, including the profit that you need. And this is why it comes down to, I know that, you know, if you are trading alone, it might be hard for you sometimes. So be connected with trader, right? So that you have clear understanding of how trading works. There is a reason, right? Is trading is very uncommon profession, isn't it? You will not find, even probably in your family member, you are trading alone, and even no one knows any idea. And most people, even if you tell them Forex trading, they'll say, first question they will ask, what is Forex? It's like a stock. So people knows very well about the stock, but very few knows about the Forex. So it is important that you keep up with it, okay? Keep your hope, and I'm sure that if you can stay long enough in this game of trading, can make profit. Okay, so we see that gold and GJ, both of them is going in a high liquidity zone here. GJ has come down to this level. Let's see how it is reacting. Yes, we see there is a long wick candle on the lower time frame. Price has triggered that liquidity. Okay, so the price is now, you can see, heading to that daily resistance level. Okay, so heading to the daily resistance, let me see how it is reacting to that level. If you find an entry, definitely you will not miss that here, as the price is approaching that liquidity zone. I'm expecting an entry here. Let's see how it is reacting. Look at the daily. Price has just broken the daily high. Very interesting price action. Let me see here on see the buyers not being able to break, then we should be able to see some entry opportunity in that area. First, we need to make sure that it's actually getting rejected from the top. looks like it's still showing bullish. Looking at the daily, okay, so this is the 15 minutes on GJ. Okay, we see some rejection, and that's rejection will be crucial if we see that it's getting rejected from the top. If we see that rejection very strong, now this 5 minutes candle is crucial because how the price is reacting to that zone will tell us which way the market might be heading. Okay, so daily the price is approaching the daily resistance. From the daily perspective on GJ, now is approaching that liquidity zone. So if we see that now the market in fact not being able to break the high, respecting that liquidity zone, then we can look for selling. Okay, so crucially important to see how this 5 minutes closing. We want to see that this one is closing as a red doji will be a good one for to see that the market is giving that opportunity. Now looking at gold, okay, gold has rejected, we see that from that level. So GT also got rejected. Yeah, that's got rejected as I mentioned. Just got rejected from the top. Okay. So we're trading gold or GJ. Okay, now here I will be selling Gbpusd from this level. Stop loss above all this high. TP target I will be taking 2 to 1 weeks to reward. Let me see. We might see another wave of the upside. First let it reject, and then I think that we might see might go back up for another liquidity graph. It's quite a few couple of pips stop loss, but let me see before I enter. It's just making that movement. Okay, so here the 15 minutes. Okay, we see that. Alright, and enter it very fast. So stop loss. So there is here it's trying to break towards the upside. Very tight trade. I've taken only 1% risk on the trade. From bigger picture perspective, now might trigger another liquidity. Let me see. I'm expecting for the price to have a rejection because it's in a very important liquidity zone. Now if we lose that, it's only 10 pip. Fine, because we had a gold trade that is winner early today, and this one, as soon as I see that the market will go to profit, we'll be taking partial profit, and then we'll be moving the stop loss here to make the trade risk free. But let's see, this current candle is super important. If it is getting rejected from the top, should be able to see some breakdown, and if it isn't, then it is okay. So if it is, because that's not a problem at all, because we are super profitable every single day, making consistent profit. Now we see some rejection coming. I'm in profit zone at the moment. I'll keep you updated, guys, what I'm doing, so that you know. I'm sure that many of you are at profit, because when I send the signal, it was at the top, so definitely you are in profit at the moment. So I'm in profit. I want to see that it's getting rejected. Okay, so this 30 seconds is important. If it is closing as a narrow doji, the next one might come downside, okay, because the trend is bearish. So you can expect some short-term downside at least. Here is the, okay, so some bullish momentum trying to come. Okay. So here we need to see that not being able to break the high, instead coming down for a deeper liquidity grab. Okay, we see that break. Alright guys, are you enjoying? Let me know. Smash it now, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe if you haven't done yet. Okay, we see that drop, which is in fact moving in that direction that we expected. So I'm in profit. So what I will do after massive drop, couple of pips more, around 10 pip drop, I'll take 50% off and I'll give you a shout out, and I'll move the stop loss at entry so that I'm risk free with the trade. And that is trading, being patient, and then take the profit when it is in your favor. Okay. All right, cool. It's coming down, guys. Consecutive winning every single trade. Okay, this is the, I think, consecutive 10th trade. Yesterday's USD CHF didn't work out, but all of them, gold, GBP, JPY, gold, all of them is working out. And also just to letting you know that I share all my trade, including this one, also to the VIP group as well. So for those who are trading with us in VIP group, also can access all my trade, including entries, stop loss, and take profit, and also explain the strategy that I'm trading. Now I have here, I mentioned that earlier that I'm waiting for the price to break of this high. So we see that break now. We have taken the trade. The rest will depend on the market. If it isn't working out, that's fine, we are in profit, but I want to see a bit more downside before taking partial profit and then moving the stop loss at entry, or at least moving the stop loss here, reducing our risk. I want to see that the market at least has given us little more downside. We are around 5 pip. I want to see that at least 10 pip down here. Now this upside long week is not good. So let me see that for 15 minutes. Looks to me that there might be some rejection. Okay? We might have this trade. Okay, so this candle got rejected. Okay, now if it breaks the high, then we might be stopped out. Let me see. So I don't recommend anyone to trade without a stop loss. Anything can happen in trading. See that gold. So gold also did that, got rejected. So still there is a probability for downside. If it is closing as a doji, the next one we can expect that downside momentum. We might see, let me see, we might see that breakout. But if this time the market breaks the low, this low here, that means that 8107, if it breaks, we'll take 50% off and move the stop loss at entry. If it is breaking to the upside, we will be stopped out. So no problem. I take only 1% risk on the trade. No, while we gain 11% on the last 10 days, 1% if goes, that's fine. And so that's not a problem at all. We lose 1%. Okay, so looks like that. Okay, so we see that has gone to the upside. Okay, here there is a probability. Okay, so we might see that trade. Okay, so we might be out of this trade. Still on the trade, let's find out. Okay, I stopped out. It didn't work. So there was this is a massive liquidity grab. It just has triggered that liquidity. Might just see what it is doing here on gold as well. Let me see if we can find entry again. We could see some aggressive momentum on GJ. It might be, let me see, it might be gathering. So we see a very sharp rejection, but it's still which swing high it's gonna break and drop. Still don't know, but here is not a good place for now for potential selling, because this rejection on GBP JPY is a very sharp bullish, so we might see some upside further. So okay, it depends. Now at the moment it became unpredictable. You see that gold. So let's see on the news how it does, and then we'll be looking to enter again if we find that opportunity. All right, so I hope that you are patient. Let's make sure that we are trade on JJ. Yeah. So if you wanna back to back two big candle. Yeah, I entered GJ. Okay, I'm stopped out on GBP JPY with 1%. Okay, so there is a breakout on gold, so we might see some reversal. Okay, might reversal coming up in many of them. Okay, so Okay, so once we see on gold, what's happening with this big move, we see again the market has got rejected. You can see that from that level. So from the 4-hour perspective, if we look at, gold may maintain this high. So we see some kind of, as NFP coming up, we could see some reversal in majority of the pairs. So it is very wise to see how the market is evolving with the NFP coming up, as there is reversal, and we will be looking to see what's the okay. So yeah, I see that we might see some unusual movement to the upside on GJ now. It may come back down very soon. You see that this is the daily chart, is going back up. Now this move ultimately highly likely will come back down again, so it might give us another selling opportunity. Now the most important part here is to look at where it is heading, how far. Is this going back to the 20 MA, breaking this high, coming down, or it might go back up to this level where there is a support down resistance, and then it might come back down, or even we could see after this 1-hour candle close going up and then coming down. So if this 1-hour candle is hitting that level where there is a doji, we could see that from that's when the market is coming down, and yeah, that's where high probability trades comes in place. Yeah, see there is a jump. Maharat, Gbpusd were about hit profit target. Okay, here okay, so we see that some kind of reversal coming, and to enter again we need to see a bit more confirmation, as tomorrow there is also high impact news coming up. I will be covering that as well. So until that, I will still be trading for the New York session, and then I'll keep you updated, guys. Thank you for joining the live session. Make sure that you stay patient for the next trade. Any trade coming along the way, definitely I'll be sharing on the VIP group when I'm on not on live, and when I'm on live I'm here always to trade. So let's find out what is the next opportunity, and until that, stay well, stay happy. Make sure you always do the risk management. Be patient with your trade, and until that, stay well. I'll see you very soon in the next live. Thank you.